bad guy. Aries Claire. Edge. Nick Gaskins. Welcome to the 704 Charlotte Bound Show.
Yes, sir, man. So, what's good? Welcome to the 704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. It's Torn Dawn in the building. Morning show. Bringing it back to y'all, man. We're going to keep bringing y'all more and more content. Holler at Nick, and me and Nick, we've decided that we're going to pick out more shows, man. Give y'all more to talk about, you know what I'm saying, to give you the business. We've been sitting back letting other people get off, you know what I'm saying, but we about to get off now, bro. You know what I'm saying? We about to keep it on bringing these shows, and y'all deserve it any damn way. I don't give a fuck who's live. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, we got a full house already here this morning, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and introduce these people. I mean, up first, man, a member of the 704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. We got my man Nick Gaskins is in the building. Nick, what's going on, bro? Talk, nigga.
What's good? What's good?
What's wrong with this guy, man?
You got a mean ass echo, bro.
No. All right, man. I'll take care of it. Hey, look. Back like he never left, man. The little homie, man. We got J Issue in the building. J Issue, what's up, bro?
What up?
Check J Issue out on YouTube and follow that man. He's putting out great works and clips. Up next, man, my man, you know what I'm saying? Just like my brother, bro, you know what I'm saying? Brother from another mother. He represents the Black Cat Panther podcast. We got my man Poppin' in the house. Poppin' Bullets is over here. What's up, bro?
What's good with y'all, man? Damn, I need to get my avatar up there. What I'm doing? Let me start.
Yeah. No, you good? Hey, look, man, last but not least, man, the others that join, man. Hey, look, bro, y'all can call him a prince, this, that, you know what I'm saying? Always had love for the 704 show. This is my brother from another mother. Also, man, this dude is family, man. You know what I'm saying? It's King Jermaine JP Shepherd in the building. JP, what up?
You know what a good
Let's get it
one.
What up, JP?
Yeah. Let's get it going, bro. How y'all feeling this morning, man?
I'm Gucci.
Hell yeah. I slept good last night, man.
Good.
Yeah, I slept good.
Everybody enjoy the game last night?
Shit, I went to sleep.
What?
I won my fantasy football matchup because of the game last night.
Oh yeah. Who got it for you? Who got the win for you?
Hey, I was 3-1. I was 3-1 last night for my fantasy this week.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. I scored big, bro.
You ain't scored bigger than me though.
Oh yeah, you was second, man. I was third. Shit, Alicia dropped 160 on D Money though.
No, she didn't. It was only 146. It was only 146.
Oh, wait, damn, bro, you remember the number? I know she had the most points.
Yeah, she had one. It ended up being 146. She had 2 more points than I did.
I'm like, damn, D Money, you got to stop with the inspirational speeches and get your shit together.
Hey, all I know, number one on the what y'all is me.
My shit too loud. Let me breathe. Is my voice too loud?
Nah, you good now.
You sure? Yeah, okay. All right, look, man. So check this out. Look, man, life after Bryce Young is what we're gonna discuss. We'll discuss some things that led up to them bitching yesterday. This is not gonna be our I told you show. You know what I'm saying? We really more or less gonna talk to people and so people can understand, why we came to the conclusion of why this dude wasn't ready. And I got a lot of clips from like 4 or 5 different shows with 5 different angles of what happened with Bryce Young. Believe it or not, some people said it was the Carolina Panthers' fault.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So Good Morning. That was on Good Morning Football this morning. The new black dude they got over there. I was like, Nate, you don't know shit about the Carolina Panthers, then, bro. They go to show you how some people just hear shit and then just come out their mouth with it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Steve Young too. Steve Young too. He don't know shit about the Panthers.
Did y'all hear what Shannon Sharp and Ocho said?
Nah, I didn't.
They
Ocho
mad too.
Ocho was capping hard for Bryce.
Boy, they love him.
It was. Well, Bright. I mean, Shannon turncoat ass motherfucker anyway. That's who Shannon is. Why that? I can't believe Ocho was turning up for him though.
Oh, Ocho was the one who was going the hardest.
Oh yeah, he definitely was popping.
I can't really show they shit, man, because they on YouTube too. They'll like, flag me and some shit, but
You know what's so
Listen,
sick
this is
about that whole
all I'm
thing,
gonna say. This is all I'm gonna say, man. Anybody who is saying that, because I heard some people comparing it to the shit with Tua. I was like, Tua showed some promise and then got benched and then came back and then got benched again. That was a Brian Flores issue. This is a whole totally different issue. This dude is repeating the exact same.
No, he's getting worse. He's not repeating
multiple times. That means that you are not getting any better. That means you're not learning from your mistakes. I don't care what nobody say. They can ride his nuts all they want to.
Man, we're gonna start off with Big Swagoo, man, and Adam Schefter. What they said yesterday, right after they got the news, and Chef usually get the news first, and it's real quick, and then we'll analyze what they said after this.
Defensive coordinators don't feel bad for you. Defensive players don't feel bad to you. I know a lot of guys in this league personally. When they play Carolina, dudes that have them on their schedule, they look at it as an opportunity to get their numbers up. So hopefully the change with Andy Dalton will not only reshape how the locker room feels and bring a little bit more morale with a veteran being in the game, but also it'll help Bryce Young kind of calm and settle and step away from actually having to play starting quarterback and have an opportunity to observe and watch from the sideline and make a determination.
Adam Schefter and Marcus Spears are with us live. And Shefty, I'm going to start with you. What more can you tell us about what's going on in Carolina?
Shay, the Carolina Panthers have benched the former #1 overall pick that they traded up to acquire Bryce Young in favor of Andy Dalton. The news comes 24 hours after the Panthers head coach Dave Canales said he was sticking with Bryce Young. But clearly, when he got back into the building today, when he met with other Panthers officials, when other people shared their opinions and they had a chance to review the game tape, they decided to make the change. And I think one of the most lasting images that I've seen in the first 2 weeks is in the first week, Dave Canales went over to the bench where Bryce Young had just turned over the football yet again. And he sat down next to Bryce Young, stood next to him, and Bryce Young looked like a broken quarterback. And I think right now they feel like for this franchise to have a chance to win, they need to sit the quarterback that they traded up to get. Look, and we'll see how Bryce Young handles this over the course of his career. But they chose Bryce Young, and C.J. Stroud went #2, and that's always going to be a comparison that this organization faces and has to answer to.
Yeah.
I want to stop right there, man, and go ahead and go into the conversation right here. When he said Bryce Young sat on the sideline and he looked like a broken quarterback, who broke him?
You broke yourself, man. Ain't nobody break him, man.
Let's be honest with each other. Who broke him?
The thing is, if you're broken after just 18 starts in the league, will you ever that dog that thing you to be in the first place?
Talk to him, JP. Talk to him.
Yeah, man.
Talk to him.
That's why I say Bama Bryce is a falsified, fabricated player from the beginning. He was never as good as y'all claim him out to be in the beginning. He was just hidden by great football programs and great surrounding team talent.
Did we, for all the Bryce lovers out there, go ahead, JP.
No, I was just saying now that he's in the pros,
Yeah.
he's getting exposed.
Yeah. So for all the people that love Bryce Young, you know what I'm saying? Did we not warn them, like healthily warn those guys? Not that they have to listen to us, but did we say, look, JP, did we say shit like, man, look, this dude ain't ready? We already know we want to CJ Stroud. But did we not also say, look, maybe he should sit here and learn, but they didn't want that. And everybody kept saying, no way, they traded up for him, do all that or whatever, and they gonna sit him. You know what I'm saying? So
We said it
did we
again.
not say, let this man learn a year and then, so he can see what he's getting into, or at least half the season, and they threw his ass out there in the fire right away.
Right. Yeah, that definitely was said beginning of last year.
Hey, Pop, when they say he looked broken, man,
Hey,
what do you think that's code word for? I'm going to come to you next, Nick.
I think that means he's lost his confidence. I think because he was exposed early, and I was on the board that since you gave up so much collateral for him, y'all need to prove to the Carolina Panthers fans why y'all do that. So put him out there because I can't have no more remorse for him than I can for Cam Newton. When people be like, "Oh, you can't treat him like Cam. Cam with no. Y'all got to understand, we weren't initially we weren't overall number one in that position. We moved up 8 spots to get him. So he wasn't really supposed to be ours in the first place. But what happened? So if you felt that much confidence in him and you went all the way up there to get him, well then you got to play because you gave up so much collateral for him. Now, did they go wrong about how they treated him as far as they should have sat him? Yes. But I didn't like to move up anyway. I didn't want him. We could have stayed exactly where we was at and still got a quarterback. And still didn't have to give all these draft pieces. Still could have had DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Still could have had Brian Burns.
Yeah, you could have got that. You could have got freaking Hendon Hooker in the second round, and then it'd have been okay to sit him.
Right, but that's not what they decided to do. So I can't have no hard feelings about him starting.
So look, just to add to what Papa Millis is saying, in case you didn't get what he was saying, take a look at I want y'all to take a look at the screen real quick.
That's it.
And let me get this thing because Pop pretty much just said all of this. And one hot. All right, so look, let's just go back to what we gave up for Bryce Young in essence. Chicago gave us Bryce Young. I mean, well, they essentially allowed us to pick Bryce Young by getting the number 1 pick. Well, we gave them DJ Moore, first rounder for 2023, which turned into defensive tackle Darnell Wright, 2003 second rounder, which turned into cornerback Tyreek Stevenson. Then we gave him a first round, which we were supposed to have been picking this year, and they acquired Caleb Williams. They also have a second rounder next year for a guy that we're getting ready to bench. So first and foremost, who do we blame off the rip? The front office.
I think what's understated about that Chicago Bears trade is the Chicago Bears GM, Ryan Poles. He was interviewed here in Carolina to be our GM, but we turned him down. But for some reason, our front office thought we was going to go up to first overall with Brian Poles, and he was going to do us a favor in that trade-up. That's how we royally got fucked in that trade-up.
They fucked us.
In all honesty, I think he...
Go ahead, JP. They fucked us too.
Exactly. I think Ryan Poles... Yeah, I think Ryan Poles feels some type of animosity of not getting hired here at Carolina.
Oh, for sure. When they didn't hire him, JP, he went on demon time.
He did.
Exactly.
You go listen to his interview about the process. He said everything that I did. He said because I was trying to get out of Kansas City. He said so I came up with a whole new synopsis and how to fix the issues here and this, that, and other. I game plan for this. and then got turned down. He had to go get counseling. He had to go get a counselor because he was so
Come on,
upset
man.
that he didn't know. This is true.
That's what he said. Shit.
He did. He said
Hey,
he had to go get a
You
counselor.
see?
Yeah,
That's what he said.
and come back
I'll put that shit up. I'll play it for you.
and
you
come
ain't gotta
back
pull that shit up, man. I don't want to hear that
Yeah.
shit again.
and
That's some
listen.
old cupcake ass
Come back
shit.
to Kansas City to go back to his previous role to
Mhm.
finally get a GM job. Because he said when you go for interviews in this position, you're looking at it from a GM perspective and how to fix the situation and how to move forward in the future. When they turned him down, he's like, yo, he said, because I really wanted to come there. Now think about if Ryan Poles was your GM, what he would have done for the Carolina Panthers.
Bruh.
Oh man. So he
Right.
came with
Right.
vengeance and he won.
Exactly.
All I'm saying is, I don't want to say that, man, but it's looking like something. Hey, look, man, but look, I missed the Royal Cardinal rule number one, man. I did not introduce the people in this chat today, man. You know what I'm saying? I fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and do it right now, man. Hey, JP is in the building, but he was in the building earlier. He said DJ Twine down Bob Hands. We got Elizabeth Lassiter in the house, man. Shout out to Elizabeth Lassiter in the building. I'm trying to get everybody pulled up. My man Chad Zilla's in the building saying what's good. And that's Chad's beat right there that y'all here playing right now, man. That's Mr. Chad Zilla's beat right there playing. We got Michael Wydrick in the building. Let me see who else. Relax and Talk Sports is up in there. He said, yo, what's good, Twan? Did Nick finally see Bryce, isn't it? Nah, they starting already. Hey, Bishop is in the building. She said, good morning. Let me see. Antonio McLenaham said, what's up, Twan? What's up with you, bro? What's going on with you? He's also said, like, subscribe, and share the screen. Please, can y'all do that right now, man? If you're in the building right now, please hit that like button. Please hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Tell your friends about it. Hit the notification bell so you always know when we go live. You guys, you only help the channel when you hit the like button, man. You let YouTube know that you're liking the content, and they push it to more people. Mo Beasley's in the building. He said, look, man, I feel for y'all, but it's a light at the end of the tunnel. Well, we've been waiting for fucking 7 years now, so I hope so. Elizabeth said, we ain't never seen Tua throw off his tippy toes. My man Biggs, BTW, said, hey, yo, what's up? And then Elizabeth said he announced that wrong. Tepper finally admitted his mistake, allowing Carolina to bench twice, Twinkle Toes Bryce. Damn, they calling him Twinkle Toes now, man. Damn. Teflon Twan in the building said Alabama broke him. Yeah, and what he means by broke him, look, they put too much talent around that boy, and he didn't. Somebody never told him that it wasn't gonna be like that in the pro level. I don't care who he played with. But Caleb Dixon in the building, man, dope ass admin, and they said like, share, subscribe. Navash, shout out to Navash in the building. Said I don't know why so many people try to coddle Bryce like he's a damn helpless baby. You know, that's what we do in 2024, man. Red Swarm in the building, man. Congratulations to him. I did pick the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday to beat Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? He said it's a terrific Tuesday morning and the A rise up. So congratulations to him and his team, man. I don't think we ever gonna win a game like that this year. Kennedy said Pop said it perfectly. And he said it's worse because they mortgaged the future for him. He's bad, and so is that front office. Front office is still bad, man. You know, we're not gonna get away from that.
Gotta be bad, man.
Because Dan Morgan ain't all the fuck that we think he is. So look, man, Kendrick Lamar's in the building. He said Bryce needs to retire like Tua Scissorhands. Ken88, shout out to Ken88. Caleb could be a bust. He could. I don't see that. I don't see that shit.
Did he call him Tua Scissorhands?
Yeah, he did.
Oh my God. Go to hell.
And last but not least, Caleb Dixon said they're still dealing with the repercussions of how they did Cam. And that's the perfect ending to that. Because I keep telling y'all, I don't say it like a weirdo. But that Cam curse is for real if you ask me, bro. Ever since they did that man dirty, we've been looking dirty.
Hey, I want to say this though, Twan. You over here, y'all over here. We over here looking at what y'all. I don't think Caleb Williams need to sit his ass down too.
Who?
You said
Caleb
he
Williams
need
need
to?
he needs to sit his ass down too. He needs somebody to.
After
There
2
is
games?
after there is a difference. He cannot play the way that he played in college in the NFL. It does not work. He did not play in a pro style offense in
He gonna be all right.
college. He
He gonna be
Nah,
played.
he
all
gonna
right.
be all right. He gonna be all right, bro.
He
Yeah,
is
you
gonna be
got
all right, but at the end of the day, it's gonna take a while for it to translate. But
3 years.
at least, I mean, at least he in the first game he looked okay. This second game, he looked bad. He'll probably look okay again the next game. This is gonna be some ups and downs.
Yeah,
I'm just saying what I'm getting at is this. It's proven that if you sit that person down, it might be a little bit. It helps them.
Well, that's what I was gonna go.
Unfortunately, Nick, that's what the
Yeah,
NFL has.
that's what we're talking about. Yeah, I was about to. I was about to say, listen, does the NFL have a problem of throwing guys into the fire before they're ready, bro? Just because you get picked number 1 or in the first round, don't mean you should start.
Well,
that's how it was back in the day, bro.
You're right, but
and it wasn't even that far back in the day, so I don't want to make it sound like in the '90s or some shit. This was 6-7 years ago.
But this is my thing. Why is that pressure only on certain teams and not others? Because for instance, prime examples, Green Bay is never
fan bases.
Well, it's a culture thing, bro. It's a culture thing. If your culture has been set up that way, where you can sit there and have a person sit for 4 years and let them develop, and then you still draft a guy, let him sit and develop, while your franchise quarterback is getting to that top tier elevation. There are some teams that are not under that pressure. Green Bay is never under that pressure to force anybody to hurry up and get out there. They let their guys sit and learn. Another team, I could kind of say that for the 49ers. They are not forcing anybody to hurry up and take somebody's spot. You
they don't have to.
They don't have to. But nobody's going to tell the 49ers, yo, you got to hurry up and get somebody in this spot right now immediately. It's the teams that are really bad that and I think McAfee said it the best. When everything is going up and you have been trashed for so long, you are now in that microwave fix type of solution. You got to hurry up and show something. But if you're a team that has a ring, that's had championships, that's had culture, you're not going to be in that forefront where you have to be forced to show something right now.
Hey, that damn pop hitting it. The damn pop hitting it on. Go ahead, JP.
No, I was just saying I agree with everything Pop and say, but another thing we need to take into consideration too, a lot of these teams that's picking in the top 5 and grabbing these quarterbacks so high, they don't have better options on the roster already.
We've been telling them that though, JP. You're gonna go to a bad team.
Yeah, time they picking quarterbacks that high because they honestly need starters, and their rookie is going to be the best possible QB starter for them to win games. Like Poppin said with Green Bay, shit, before Jordan Love, shit, they had afford put Mahomes out there. They had Alex Smith. Yeah. They could afford to sit Patrick Mahomes.
Andy Reid is that type of coach. Andy Reid ain't gonna throw you in no fire like that, bro.
Right, Twan, right.
Yeah. Hey, look, man. Gridiron. I shout out to my man Josh from Gridiron Memorabilia. He said, "Yeah, it seems like Bryce Young experiment is done in Charlotte. You know, it could be, bro. I mean,
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
I don't think
it could be, but they're gonna bring him back. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna bring him back.
It ain't gonna be for many games, but
they're gonna bring him back. I'm gonna tell you why they're gonna bring him back. It's just because that picture.
They gotta lift him. Yeah.
Everything that they gave up, they're not completely out on him. Now, Canales might be out on him. But what Canales is doing right now is trying to show the rest of the organization, which means Tepper, which means the other two GMs, Dan Morgan and I forgot the money guy. I forgot his name. Ran off the top of my head.
Yeah,
Chiswick, right?
Chiswick.
He's trying to show them that it's not my offense that I have a problem. Because see, we ain't got to worry about defense. All that, whatever happens on defense, look at it like a cheese pie and a pepperoni pie on one cardboard. It's split in half. Everett is taking care of the defense. No matter how it looks, that's all on Everett. What happens on offense is going to be all on Canales. So what he's trying to do, he's trying to prove that my offensive scheme and my plays can be executed if I have the right guy. Not only that, we got to be able to analyze the talent of the team. Nobody that is up for a check is going to get paid while Bryce Young is behind that O-line. And that's a good O-line. But nobody, you're not going to know can we sign Deontay because he's never going to get the ball.
Me personally, though, Pop, I feel like Canales is just fitting Bryce like how he is as a quarterback. The slants and the curls, all that. That's to fit Bryce. Other than that, I'm sure that playbook he just revolved it around Bryce. Now let's see how it looks with Andy as a starter. I just feel like Bryce he just don't have it.
But that's crazy that you said that, JSU, because I remember when they said they was coming up with this scheme and this playbook and this, that, and other. They said they even acclimated things that Bryce likes to do.
Yeah.
We're gonna take the things that Bryce is good at. And so if that is what they did, and you got 2 games to see some of the plays that Bryce also likes, then they weren't executed.
Mm-hmm.
Let me hear some of Dan Patrick and what he said real quick with Bryce Young. He said, "Can he succeed in the NFL?"
What was it like to play behind a bad offensive line?
Life is too short, Dan. And I watch for those smoke signals for people, guys that are on terrible teams like Daniel Jones. I mean, like you watch guys like, nope, they can't. They like Russell Wilson, who went to Denver. I'm like, wait, where's the smoke signal? Like, tell me you know what you're doing. Tell me you know what's going on. I was like, no, I got nothing for you, bro. And so I think behind a bad line, there's nothing good that can not much good that can happen, but you can let me know that you're still competent. You still can be good. You just got to need more help.
Yeah, but I don't know what to make of Bryce Young. Like it's not fair to him, but I don't know if he can play.
Yeah, it's the classic conundrum, right? Because you get into it, you're a high draft pick, you come out of all the success in college, you feel like you should be really good, and you don't get any help, and now you don't know, and then you lose your job, and you bounce around the league, and then some guys never really get straightened up, and that's the somewhat the curse of being the number 1 pick. But if he was, again, do you think he sent you some smoke signals? He's put up some flares that he can like get it right. I can take care of you. I'm going to say I'm not sure that he has, and that's what you have to wonder about.
Steve Young just said, look, has Bryce done anything? And this goes back to what Papa has been preaching for a long time when Papa said, what does Bryce Young bring to the table?
No shit.
You know what I'm saying? This goes back to what Pop said when he said, what is Bryce Young? He said that shit all last year, and motherfuckers didn't want to listen to him either. They say he know what he's talking about. But like now you're hearing a Hall of Fame MVP quarterback say, even if he had a great line, has he shown any signs that he can win and can be a good quarterback? And he said no.
You know what I don't like about that conversation though, Twan? Why they always bring up where a quarterback get drafted at? If a team tries, turn that shit up, turn the state up. Why is it so hard for you to turn a trash team to a positive team? I don't like that shit because now it's like you finna blame the team when the damn problem is right in front of you. They talked about
it's not necessarily. Listen, I understand what you're saying, but it's not necessarily pointed directly only at our team. Usually, historically, if you are drafted number 1 overall, you're going to a trash team.
You are.
You're going to a trash team. So a lot of the times, you're like everything's stacked against you regardless. I mean, at the end of the day, Carolina wasn't the greatest team that year. I'm not gonna say they weren't as bad as what it was the next following year, but just to say what Steve Young says, I mean, I didn't listen to Poppin and all that kind of stuff. I can admit that too, man. The dude doesn't show anything. He threw the exact same interception this game that he did the first game.
Last
It was
last
just
year. Don't say last week. Last year, he doing the same shit.
no. I'm just saying. If you look at week 1 and week 2, that first interception he threw, it was the exact same interception that he threw on week 2. Exact same. Because it was just the only difference, that play was flipped to the other side.
You saying he overthrew the guy and okay.
This is another thing that the undertone that Steve Young didn't say, which I cannot
Hey,
stand.
but Pop. One thing I want you to do before you start talking to Pop is take a bow, because and I know you don't want to take a proverbial bow, but listen, for all the motherfuckers that was when Pop kept saying, "What does he bring to the table?" and he's a thinker and this and that and everything that the media told us.
His
We
anticipation.
saw with our own eyes that he wasn't doing none of that. So take a bow on that shit, bro, because you ain't never gonna hear from them people that told you that you was wrong.
I told him, I mean, he was such a great thinker. He was going to teleport touchdowns since his mind was so great. I said, he done turned to Professor X. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah, he got mental telepathy now. Y'all gonna tell me he's so smart? They're gonna brain scan on this dude. And
All I see is this nigga X scooter.
right. I mean, I'm like, okay, this is getting crazy. They be simping for anybody that puts a jersey on with the Carolina Panthers logo on it. It's stupid. But what I was gonna say, what I do not like about these guys that do have these platforms and say some of the stuff, the underlying tone that Steve Young was really trying to say is that it's really Tepper and the other GMs that we've had in here who sucked, who's fucked this team up. He just saying, oh, well, it's a bad situation. The team is bad. No, the team is bad because who is organizing the damn team? The team is the owner, and it's been the GMs in here. So, hey, but just call it out, Steve Young. Just say what it is. Ain't nobody gonna come for
it's
you,
the
Hall of
truth, man.
Famer.
We've had a bad road when it comes to our front office, man. It's been a bad road. I mean, there's no other if, ands, or buts about it, man. It's just we need to. I know that Twan might be a little bit down on Dan Morgan, but I'm hoping that Dan Morgan turns into a better GM than we've had in the last.
Dan Morgan ain't a real GM.
He's never been a general manager.
He's a fix. Yeah, he's just a quick fix.
Well, wait a minute. Everybody who comes in to try to be a general manager 9 times out of 10 have never been a general manager before.
No, they have some type of background or relationships.
So you say he don't have no background being a but he's worked in the front office since he got out of the.
Are you talking about Panthers history or the NFL in general?
I'm saying they saw how to do it wrong.
It's the NFL in general. I mean, if you want to say that we bought Marty Hurney, and Marty Hurney was, when we bought Marty Hurney back, that was the epicest mistake on the face of the planet. That was the worst mistake on the face of the planet.
Not really.
Not really.
Yes, it was. Let me explain to you why. It was the worst mistake because he was dumb enough to sign 2 running backs to full contracts, which is why we've been in cap hell for the last 15 years.
What?
If you didn't realize that.
I'm not talking about
Wait, what?
He was a bad GM.
Ernie was the reason that I understand that D'Angelo and Jonathan Stewart were great, but you can't sign 2 running backs to large ass contracts on the team, and he did that.
Okay, outside of contract, this man have run people that made the Pro Bowl. Period. First round draft picks. It don't matter.
Look at the rest of his draft. Look at the rest of his draft.
You're right. But Jay, he is right.
To what extent?
The problem is he's the best, worst GM we've ever had. I mean, that's the only way I can really think about is handed because he did hit on first rounders. He just didn't hit nowhere else. But we've got GMs that come in here and they've gotten first rounders too, and they didn't hit nowhere. Period. So he's pick your poison. You know what I mean? My only part that I will back up Marty Herney is the last time he was here and he was like assistant GM or he was I forgot what they called him. And this is when Matt Rule was here. He was beating on the table to go get what's his name for the Chargers, the quarterback,
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. They said no. What did they go get in that draft when Herbert came out?
Damn, I can't remember.
They went and got
Brian,
Derek Brown.
wasn't it Derek Brown? Derek Brown.
Derek Brown.
Yep.
But that would have been. I'm not saying.
But Marty told him to get the quarterback.
Get the quarterback because you getting off him. You let Cam Newton go. You let Cam Newton go. This was the next man up. He felt like was the best solution to fix your quarterback room, and you would have had your franchise. Now, I'm not saying that Derek Brown is irreplaceable. I'm not saying that. Please, people don't try to pick my words apart. I'm just saying you would have had your franchise quarterback. We would not have been going down this tumultuous roll of QBs flying in and out. We've been slutted out by QBs. Like, for it's been a slut fest here.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there is the only time that I really would say Marty Herney was probably trying to do the right thing then because he really wanted to keep his job, but he lost it anyway. So
let me tell y'all something that I read yesterday, man, and she retweeted it, but it came from that the guy 2 Growls 1 Roar. You know what I'm saying? And he said, and he was actually saying something back to Steve Smith that he said, you know what I'm saying? Because you know how Steve Smith be on some bullshit sometimes, and then he'll sound all right. But you know, he told Steve Smith, he said, if you had an emergency and you needed to go to the hospital, would you trust an EMS or someone with a learner's permit that just learned how to drive when it comes to Bryce Young?
damn, that was a killer question right there for Steve.
That was a great announcement.
I wonder what Steve said.
So, you know, man, look, you know, that motherfucker, we put Bryce Young out there with a learner's permit. Can't drive this team. He ain't no damn leader. I started off the damn year talking about, look, man, here we go again with this captain shit. And he ain't did nothing to earn it.
He did shit. Did y'all see that play where he was yelling at Moten on the side?
Nah, Mo was about to kill him. That's why they took the camera off.
He like, what the fuck you yelling at me for?
But my thing is, they said that
Mo was about to kill them.
His confidence was killed. Ever since the very first day we drafted him. Did y'all? I mean, maybe this is just for the bisexuals. I don't know. I don't know if any of y'all are in the chat. But I didn't feel like he was that type of leader of men.
He never was.
Never was.
That motherfucker said, you know what they told us though, Pop? They said, you don't have to be a loud, boisterous motherfucker to lead, man. I said, in football, you kind of do. You know, a little bit.
Yeah, you got to have a loose screw.
You can't be the quiet-ass motherfucker. You know, I mean, a receiver maybe or some other shit, but not the damn quarterback, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
you gotta be at least Kirk Cousins loud or some shit, bro.
I mean, I think Clowney said it best. If you're gonna be quiet, at least got to show up on the field where it's the loudest the most.
Right.
So if you quiet, cool. But you go out here and perform. I mean, show me something. The man had 23 yards at halftime. 23 yards. That's unheard of.
Oh, Jeff R. Shout out to Jeff R. You had to watch the movie Flight for this. He said, look, remember that scene from Flight when Denzel walked out of that hotel room? That's how our fan base feels right now, bro. You had to watch that movie. I ain't there, bro. That motherfucker was high, drinking shit going to that hearing, bro. That motherfucker was fucked up. That motherfuckers asked him at that meeting. They was like, are you drunk right now? That nigga said, fucked up. JP said, I'm fucked up right now.
I want all fans to take something into context too. Through the first 2 games, from clean pockets, Bryce has produced a QBR of 10.6.
Trash.
10.6 from a first overall pick. That's unheard of. Just like Pop just said a while ago. Yeah, just like Pop said a while ago, he produced 20-some yards in one half through the air. Unheard of.
Unheard of,
That's
bro.
unheard.
I have pissed further than some of the passes he's made.
Oh wow.
Damn. It's true. It's true. We went over that shit, man. You know, I mean, we're gonna add to it, then let's just fucking add to the shit, man. You know, since JP went there, you know. Anybody remember Devon A-Chain? Or I think his last name was A-Chain or whatever. You remember he was picked in the first round too, right? With Bryce. And he don't even play quarterback.
Yeah, the running back from Tulane.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, he was ACL last year. So he didn't play all last year.
Not even all last year. He had 13 career touchdowns and Bryce sitting on 12. First overall pick. Let's do some notes. First 17 NFL starts. These three quarterbacks, Bryce Young, Zach Wilson, and Jamarcus Russell. For everybody to keep it on. So, Bryce is way better than Jamarcus Russell. He is not that much. And not in some categories, bro.
I compared Bryce to Zach. That's crazy.
Yeah, Bryce got more yards because Zach Wilson didn't play that whole year. And Jamarcus didn't play that whole year. But Jamarcus had more passing touchdowns. Interceptions, Bryce 12, Zach Wilson 13. Passer rating, Bryce is 71. And guess what? Zach Wilson and Jamarcus Russell were throwing 5-yarders and 3-yarders.
Pathetic. Completion
rate 58.9. You know, again, Zach Wilson and Russell weren't throwing 3-yarders. And see, what makes Bryce Young's completion shit look better is because he throw these 2-yard passes for no gain.
No fucking game.
But through all of that shit, Zach Wilson still went 7-10. Jamarcus Russell won 5 games, and Bryce is still sitting on 2. So, everybody out there that said he's way better than Jamarcus Russell, please shut the fuck up. For everybody that said he's way better than Zach Wilson, cut it out. He had 7 wins, bro.
No, he's Zach 2.0. Hey, Twan, leave that up there for a little bit so they won't think that we hating on Bryce.
I mean, this is the facts.
Yeah, we just being real about it.
We never hated on Bryce. We just told you that he wasn't the right guy.
Man.
Yeah, I've said that. I mean, I said I want to be proven wrong. I didn't want him, but go
ahead, Bob.
But I mean, hopefully he proves us wrong. Hopefully he shows that whatever his insufficiencies are, I was wrong about. This is why he's this, and this is why he's that, and why everybody's dropping their draws for him and all the other stuff. I just couldn't see it, and now y'all see that y'all can't see it either.
Yeah.
I mean, life's unfair. So
let me Pop. Let me wake their ass up real quick, man. Let me wake their ass up.
Oh damn!
For all you dumb motherfuckers that wouldn't listen, what did the 5 fingers say to the face?
I'll say this about Bryce. I'm a bit disappointed because I was one of those fans that wanted a quarterback, but I was like, I don't want Anthony Richardson because a lot of fans, they want to see Cam 2.0 in Carolina, so I don't want Anthony Richardson.
Shit, I'll take him.
if it wasn't Stroud, I wanted Bryce. Now, I'm disappointed. I'm ashamed of my motherfucking self. That's some pathetic ass performance that he put out there. And motherfuckers want to point at the franchise like the franchise the problem. We know we've been losing, but as far as to giving him some help, the team been giving him that, and look how this shit went.
Yeah.
So all that finger pointing, come on.
The issue, it ain't even about winning and losing. All of us came into this year knowing that we wasn't gonna be some type of playoff team. But we wanted to see improvement in Bryce.
That's
and
it.
we wasn't getting it.
And I gotta disagree with you. I gotta disagree with you, Gridiron Memorabilia. I like your product, but that boy ain't got no swagger now. Anybody who walking around with a book bag almost damn near half his body, that ain't no swagger, bro. That's no swagger, bro. I'm sorry.
I think Josh talking about Zach Wilson though.
Yeah.
I don't think he's talking about bro.
Oh, okay, yeah. Zach got some got a little something. You know, he got a little a little vinegar in his vein. You know what I mean?
Vinegar.
Vinegar.
JP said, "Oh, I also don't know how." I mean, not JP. JP said, "Calm down." Gridiron Memorabilia. Josh said, "I also don't know how we know what we have in XL is." Yeah, because man, we can't even assess Xavier Legette if we don't have anyone that can get to him, get him the ball. Hopefully, Dalton slings that thing around so we can and at least see what we have in there. I mean, has XL even caught a pass this year?
No.
Yes, he caught 3 passes.
Well,
Yes,
first
he has.
week.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, Red Roof
How many yards? 3?
Maybe 8. Maybe 8. I don't know. I would say when Red Roof, when Red Roof End go in here and play these
Red Roof
Raiders, he gonna sling that rock. He gonna sling that pigskin. I'm trying to tell you. Watch. It's gonna look crazy different.
And
Everybody
it gives you a better and it gives you a better opportunity to evaluate your roster.
He better not win. JP, he better not win.
Bryce Young.
Elizabeth said, "You can't break a quarterback out here putting up running back stats." Shaking my damn head, bro.
Y'all want to know XL stats so far?
What?
4 reception, 35 yards.
Damn.
Where you get the 4 from?
Maybe the first week. Second week, he didn't get no. Bryce didn't even throw to him.
Bryce, man, we watched it. Bryce made up his mind who he was throwing to every fucking down, bro.
Adam? Or running back running?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just talking about whoever it was. He just picked the person and said, "I'm throwing to him."
Right. He didn't go through
He
none
didn't
of
go through no progressions.
and he threw the ball as hard as he could to get interception. Huh.
I said, "This motherfucker." You know, they said he was going to be Steph Curry in football. I'm like, he do look like Steph Curry this week because that motherfucker shot a lot of jumpers on Sunday, bro. Oh, this motherfucker leaving his feet more than he threw a lot of threes and shit.
That's funny, boy.
He still didn't shoot no threes.
He jumping at he jumping at the foul line. Come on,
That's what I say to all these fans talking about. Oh well, we probably gonna trade Bryce and he gonna go somewhere and he gonna shine.
I don't give a
damn.
It doesn't matter what.
It don't matter what team he goes to.
It don't matter what offensive personnel you have on your roster. It don't matter what type of offensive team that you run. No fucking system can survive jump passes and piss poor field vision. None.
So
None.
Yesterday, after the Bryce benching came along or whatever, and before that happened, I was talking to my boy MDJ, and I was like, "Dang, I wonder what Miami gonna do." Now, I'm gonna just tell you how dumb Carolina Panthers.
Hey Josh, I'm gonna call you today, bro.
Let me just tell you how dumb Carolina Panthers organization can be. Right? They went and got a Jack Plummer. They had an Andy Dalton. Miami decided, hey, since our quarterback is hurt, we're gonna find the next best thing, another athletic quarterback. They went and got Snoopy. Y'all know who Snoopy is? He was the backup quarterback for Lamar Jackson when Lamar Jackson got hurt. He was on their practice squad. And I don't know if you ever watched him play, but he's like a baby Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he electric.
Why wouldn't the Panthers go and perch somebody like that off their practice squad to come here? But you let the Miami Dolphins, so that tells me Miami is not going to go because the rumor is that Miami might pick up Bryce later on in the season for some trade. Now, I hope they'd be dumb enough to do it, but we could have had Snoopy. I'm just saying, bro. I don't know what they're doing.
Well, see, this also goes back to when we were like, why didn't we legitimately put somebody on this team that could legitimately compete with Bryce Young in case this shit happened? They never wanted anybody competing with this guy.
You answered your own question right there because they want to see what they got. They want to see.
They didn't want to see nobody compete with Bryce.
I appreciate that. I appreciate they didn't bring no talent here. I'm just saying, you could have had Snoopy, but anywho, they want to make sure that everything that they done, all the money they just spent on the O-line, that nothing can come back and say it wasn't Bryce. Is he the man or not? That's why I don't like him being benched right now. I don't want him benched until later on in the season. Let his ass play. So I think he's going to sit for 1 or 2 games, and then I think they're going to bring him back. That's my prediction.
My boy Blue back in the building. He said pressured 4 times on like 29 attempts. Boy playing scared. And the line was doing their job. I want to ask this question right now, and it's redundant as fuck. I already know the answer to it. Oh, the statement. JP, JSU, Pop. Bryce Young is fucking scared, bro. You remember when we used to play pickup football and shit in the hood or whatever? You had that one kid that, like, when you got close to tackle him, he just fumbled the motherfucker any damn way, so you hit him hard, bro.
Yeah.
Bryce Young is now around some grown-ass men, bro, and this motherfucker is scared. It's like he out there playing like that turkey football, when the grown men play, just tackle football with no pads on. That turkey bowl shit. That boy's scared. Bryce Young is scared like motherfuckers coming at him with no pads on. He's scared. I'm telling you, bro. He's fucking scared.
You know what started that though, Twan?
He's overwhelmed.
You know what started that though? What made him get to that point? His rookie season, they played his ass in the preseason. That offensive line, they talked heavy of it. The cornerbacks coming through that motherfucker, all the defensive line coming through easily. That rattled him so much. It led over to the regular season. Now look at him. This man is seeing ghosts. His career is about done. And when you start seeing ghosts, your career is done. This man throwing it to the defense every time he's on the field. That's a problem.
I don't know if y'all saw Johnson. They interviewed him, and he said Bryce Young is still my guy.
Oh yeah, he didn't believe that.
You said who?
He said Bryce Young, Deontay Johnson. He said he's still my guy who I had confidence in. We all know. I hate when players have to lie like that, though, is what I'm saying, JP. All right, because if he get in there and say, look, man, the motherfucker's terrible, bro, then he going to be the bad guy.
You got to play the game.
Adam Thielen said the same thing after the game. Bryce Young still our quarterback.
He got to say that, though.
But let me show this question. Why do these guys have to lie, though?
I don't know.
You ain't got to tell the truth, but you can just be like, look, man, he got a long ways to go, or he's gonna learn, he's gonna get better. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this nigga is straight, man. Nah, he having some issues.
Well, they're not saying that he's straight. They're just saying he's my guy. That just means I like him. They're not even talking about the performance.
You said not on the football field, though.
They're just saying, hey, I'll definitely have a beer with him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can always come to the crib. I mean, that's my guy. He works hard. But that's all they're going to say because they can't come out saying anything else because it puts them in a bad light. Just like I'm seeing now, some of these people out here are mad at Canales because he's saying the same thing that the players are saying. Hey, he's our quarterback. Okay, until it changes. He said nothing wrong other than, oh, I got to go look at the tape. When he looked at the tape, what he do? The next morning, hey, I looked at the tape. I seen some things. The next best thing for us to do to win and for us not to really lose this locker room, or for me to assess this team, I gotta put Andy Dalton in. I got to, because if we go get, can y'all imagine the Raiders just beat the Baltimore Ravens? Can you imagine what Bryce Young, what the score would have been? It'd have been worse than what the Saints put us. If damn near not close.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That Ravens great Bryce Young. Trust me.
Crosby not gonna let off his ass.
That's the thing. Say it again, JP. Say it again, JP. We've really, well, I mean, okay, I'll get to say some credit. We really ain't even really seen a real defense yet.
Oh no. The Saints defense is real.
No, they legit. I'm saying, bro. Look, bro.
Outside of the division,
the Saints, they looking like the motherfucking truth right now.
The Chargers defense ain't no slack either. You think about it.
I got them two guys.
They had Bosa on one side and Mac on the other. Our O-line protected that boy.
yeah.
They did.
So that's what I'm saying.
They all have good numbers after this week, though.
There's no excuses.
Yeah, the Chargers defense break top 10 right now.
That's what I'm trying to tell people. It's just they offense have taken a hit because they've lost players. And even their quarterback, he's not going to be a 4,000-yard thrower this year. He's not.
Yeah.
He don't have no type of wide receivers.
Hey, look, man, just to let y'all know, 704 Charlotte Bound Show, we don't harp on this, but we do cheerfully take cash apps and super chats, man. What we do when we do get things, we put it back into our channel and to bring y'all more content. It's how I'm able to get better software and bring y'all these great intros and things like that. So please don't forget us on the financial end, but like not just us, man. Make sure y'all guys are donating to all these podcasts, man. These guys take their time out of their schedules every day to be able to come and entertain you, and they spend money to entertain you. So why don't we all do our part, man, and show some love whenever you can. You know, if you on a podcast is constantly trying to dig in your pockets like you in fucking church, then maybe that ain't the podcast for you. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Hey, you know what? But you know what you can do, and it's free, is to hit that like button.
Hit that like button, baby.
Like I say on Black Cat, I don't care if you got to use your nose, your pinky toe, just hit the like button. But I see we got Tony in the chat. He's talking about free Bryce Young. So what if the defense give up 30 to the Raiders? That's not the point, Tony. That's not the point. The point is, you really need to assess your quarterback. You really need to be.
Let me go ahead and put this.
Tony,
let me put this. I need him to pull up, man. Let me go ahead and put this.
Pull up, Tony. I got to hear this.
Tony, the Bryce textuals got you too?
Nah,
it can't be.
Well, you know, Q called them the two Bryce in the stands. So, you know, let's see what they're going to say. Pull up, Tony.
Two Bryce in
the stands. All right, man. So let me get this down. Hey, so JP, man, let me ask you a question, and we'll start with you, man. Like, what can the Panthers? What do you want to see the Panthers do from here? Not what's gonna happen, and it don't have to be no real answer. Like for instance, I don't really want to see us win no games. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we need draft picks, and we definitely need a number one. And we got 9 draft picks next year, so I still want that number one. You know what I'm saying? So what would you like to see with the team? Would you like to see them go on and win games and win about 6 games and show motherfuckers what we got? Or, you know, and that kind of could mess up our draft picking, you know what I'm saying? Or do you just want to just see them improve from week to week to week and not win games? You know what I'm saying? I know people going to always out there say it's crazy to not want to win games, but man, what are we gaining from winning 4 games? I don't give a fuck if Bryce isn't out there. Andy Dalton is not going to come in and win games like that.
Yeah, I feel you. I think at this point, I think you evaluate this roster from front to back. Realize that you're not going to win right now, even with Andy Dalton as a starter. He's not making a playoff team. Now, he might possibly come out here and get you 5 or 6 wins. So be it. I think your main purpose is to make the roster and see where you're at every position. And start building this shit right, man. Start building this shit right. Don't put all your chips in on one play. Don't put all your chips in on one play. On building a team. I think that's the best thing you can do. I know Canales is going to want to win games now because he already realized his job on the line. After 0-2, he already done benched Bryce. He did that because he need to win games. But at the same time, you guys.
That shit sad too, though. Because he's like, I ain't tell Tepper to come pick this motherfucker.
Right. So
it's like it's like somebody giving you some bad shit, JP, and then them going, it's your responsibility to fucking fix it, even though you know what I'm saying. It's like, bro, you gave me this shit. Like, why does my job have to be on the line for some shit I didn't even create?
Right. My main thing with Canales, I don't know as of right now. I hope Canales, when he came in for an interview, I hope he didn't attach his name to Bryce Young. Like, I hope he didn't come in here and say, "Hey, I could fix Bryce Young." I hope he didn't do no shit like that.
Well, now he told us
he told us in an interview that he did.
He said, "I won't attach to none of these motherfuckers."
He said in the press conference yesterday, he said, they asked him, "Did you come to this team because of Bryce or for something else?" He said, "I came to this team because it was a dream job of mine."
Mm-hmm.
To be a head coach.
Well, in that case, he did the right motherfucking thing.
Yep.
Therefore, when they get there and get the kicking Bryce out, Canales won't be attached to him and go with him as well. Because you're gonna need a head coach in place for multiple years in order to try and clear this shit up. Can't be firing a head coach every fucking year. Tepper.
He ain't listening. But if he is, though.
He listens.
The coach might be listening. Coach might be listening. Hey.
All right, so look. Our two fans in the sand, CJ said, so what if the defense gives up 30 to the Raiders? Two fans, free Bryce Young. Now let his ass stay in prison. You, my boy Blue, at Tony, free is right. They're gonna donate him to charity before they get anything in a trade for him, bro. Ain't nobody giving up shit for him right now, bro.
I beg to differ. I think there will be somebody who will.
I said right now, at the end of the year, yeah, but you gotta not let him play.
Right. Yeah, I mean, because injuries happen, so
yeah,
that's when it's willing and dealing. So it's possible. I mean, if I had the position to pick him, I wouldn't, but somebody will do it.
Tony again said, that's sport quarterback. Anthony Brown said, what up, man? What's going on with you, bro? Two fans, CJ, only reason I said something about that defense is because it's a problem too. No, the fuck it ain't.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Twan.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But
what defense? You mean the tired ass defense out there that can't get a breather?
We understand that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jay. You should go.
Yeah, we understand they tired because Bryce give the ball right back so that now they back on field. But look at what Evero is doing. He's letting unknown wide receiver, like his cornerbacks is 5 to 10 yards giving space. That don't even make sense. These wide receivers not even known. So Evero, he changed up his own play calling. Go ahead, Pop. I'm done.
So this is my thing. This organization, which I said, it's another prediction that I said before the season started, that they were going to do everything to give Bryce Young all the weapons, right? But it's going to hit your defense. There was guys that didn't want to re-sign back with the Carolina Panthers. There was guys that wanted to be signed with the Carolina Panthers, but they weren't going to be able to pay them. And there was guys that were just not good enough that just can't shake. We have a lot of threes. If you're running a 3-4 defense, for one, you should have, a nose tackle. We don't have a real nose tackle, bro. Shy Tuttle is not a nose tackle. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's not. I agree with that. Let me bring to the show. Y'all call for him. He's here. In the show, man. Two fans in the stands. We got Tony. He's in the building. Tony, what's going on?
No baloney, Tony.
What is happening, my ninjas? What is happening?
What's going on, bro?
What's up with
What
you?
up? What up?
Man, I
What?
can't call it. Y'all know I ain't got nothing else to do, so I just figured I just pop in on somebody and just mess with them. But yeah, I ain't saying nothing about no Raiders defense. I was just fucking with y'all talking about Bryce, my quarterback, yada yada yada. But yeah, I'm just having fun though. What's happening with y'all fellas though?
No much.
Good, man.
Man,
I'm just trying to
bless.
tell Twan why this defense just took a setback. You gave up all the talent to help the offense. They didn't draft well either. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
you didn't get your edge rusher this year. You didn't
right.
you went and got a washed up Clowney, and lost Brian Burns as if Clowney didn't come from a good defense already. He had help. Instead, you should have added help to Brian Burns. Twan know this. You lost
I'm
you
still
lost
going to disagree, man.
you lost a Louvu, which you offered him more money, but because he seen the way the organization was going, he didn't want to be here in this 3-4 defense. He wanted to be in a 4-3
Okay, so
where he could play in
so
his
in that
position.
that case, we didn't lose him. He made a choice.
Yeah, but I said that
He
from the
made a
beginning of
choice
my
not to
state.
be here.
I said at the beginning of my
Yeah.
statement too. You didn't learn
Oh,
how to
oh,
use.
okay.
Yeah, you didn't learn how to use Jeremy
Yeah.
Chin. But guess what? He's playing in the strong safety. What my point is that
He ain't
even if
doing shit. Jeremy Chin ain't doing shit.
but he was doing shit here at one point in time.
Don't hate
Everybody
on him
we
now,
lost,
Quan.
One
everybody
year, bro. 1 year.
well, 1 year for him, but everybody that we lost was producing something here. We have twos and threes on this team. Look how after they did after we had the 53 cuts, they brought in 5 different DBs. When you needed edge rusher,
Yep.
when you needed linebackers,
That's true.
you
That's
already
true. I agree
had
with you on that.
cornerbacks here. You had 6 safeties here at one point on the 53. Why? Why?
Well,
Why would you have 6 safeties?
what Dave Canales and Dan Morgan did say in their first initial presser that they did is that they want to create competition. Now, I don't blame them for that. You want to create competition at every position if possible, and let the best man, let the best man win. I agree with you definitely about the cornerback position, because that's one thing that CJ and I have been talking about for the past 2 years. Not only this draft but last year's draft, is that we should have taken a cornerback. This year's draft, we said with the first 2 picks, it should have been cornerback or a center. You know what I'm saying? One thing, only thing I have a problem with is when everybody talk about the talent or the players that we had last year that we let go in free agency or that we cut or chose not to come back. But I people fail to mention how bad the defense was last year with the talent that we let go when they was here. We didn't have no top 10, top 15
No, we didn't.
defense with all those players. So it's just like when we talk about the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, but expecting a different result. All those guys that were let go have been here for 3 or 4 years, and none of them really and truly panned out to what we had hoped or thought they would be. Brian Burns got his money. Now look what Brian Burns is doing in New York. They talking bad about him in New York right now, just after 2 games.
She.
That's true.
No, man.
But
But
let me
look,
say
So
this.
he in the same situation though. Motherfucking Danny
Yeah,
Dimes can't keep that damn offense
right.
up. I mean,
is
on
That's
the
a fact.
field.
Yeah, that's why you got the
yeah.
Brian
Hey,
He
Burns
but
tired
situation.
as hell, bro.
but
Yep.
on the flip side of that, he went to a situation where there was much better defensive line talent than at Carolina. You talking about Kayvon Thibodeau on one side, then you talk about Big Boy in the middle, Dexter Lawrence. I mean, and I forgot the other defense tackle that they got, but he supposedly went to a better situation defensively, especially on the front four, the front seven, and he's still not producing like some people thought he should have been if we would have gave him a big contract here.
That's
But
true.
I tell you this, what a lot of people was, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, they they wasn't missing it, but they was wondering, since we didn't pay Brian Burns and we took that money and spent it elsewhere, and there was a lot of talk about 150 million spent on the 2 guards that we had.
Yes.
Well,
Yep.
if you look through to the first 2 weeks of the season, just 2 weeks. But if you just look at the first 2 weeks, the
Look like money
Panthers
well
pass
spent.
the Panthers defense in pass process right now ranked number 3 in the league.
Looks like money well spent.
Yeah, money well spent. So one thing I always said last year was Bryce got sacked 62 times. He was getting pressured a lot straight up the middle. The line was crumbling from the guard to guard position. So the interior offensive line was garbage last year. I don't think there was nobody. I don't think there would be anybody.
Where the hell is CJ at? Tell CJ to bring his ass in here, man.
No, I think CJ working. I think CJ working.
Hey, tell him to go to the bathroom and call in.
CJ,
Yeah.
I'll put my number in the private chat, and Tony can take it there and send it to you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. But the main thing that I wanted to see was the money that we spent, and I was hesitant. I will say I was hesitant about the whole Austin Corbett moving over from guard to center because
He's
of his
looking great.
injuries. Yeah, so he's looking official. Better than that, he's doing better than what I thought he would do. So I had to give him credit. Big ups to Austin
Me
Corbett.
too.
He's doing his thing at the center position. So Bryce, CJ cussing somebody out in the chat. So the one thing I wanted to see was what was the interior of the offensive line going to look like this year. And right now they looking A+. So you going correct. One of the major things that was hindering Bryce last year, keeping him clean, giving him a pocket to step up into, and still he showed no progression. So when it gets to that point, I have to say, dog, it's no longer all these other problems. It's you.
Damn.
So I want to hear
This
more.
game,
I want to hear more.
concerns with
Yeah.
concerns
Say
So,
what?
on it. A lot of still being hard here.
are you out on Bryce? Are you out on him?
I'm not. So when you say out on, what you mean? Am I out on him?
Do you think we should move on from him?
Hmm.
Do you want him to stick around? Do you want him to sit on the sideline and learn and come back later?
Well, you know what?
Or do
If
you
I'm
want to
going
just give him his
to,
money
if
and
I'm
let him go?
no, because if I'm going to look at, it, I have to look at it objectively, right? So
Mm-hmm.
knowing the history of the league, knowing that he is a rookie quarterback, knowing that he's still on his rookie deal, knowing that it was, I guess, who depending on who you ask, he should have sat last year or not. I think what Dave Canal, and this is just my opinion. I'm not saying that it's fact or right or wrong, just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dave Canales, big up to Dave Canales for recognizing quick and early on that he's not ready. He's a shell of himself right now. His confidence is broken. He's shattered. One thing you can't do is have a quarterback playing in the NFL who has no confidence. If he ain't got no confidence in himself, that's like a dead man walking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you decide to keep him, because I don't know what they're going to do, but if they decide to keep him and say, okay, Bryce, you sit on the bench for X amount of time, maybe for the whole year. You take time to learn from Andy Dalton. You take time to continue working on your footwork, studying the playbook, going through your progressions. He's going to get opportunities to practice and things like that. If that's the route that they choose to go, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's to
See,
me.
I'm really trying to put you in this tight situation
I know,
because
I know you are.
it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but you, Tony, we all got to be able to answer the tough questions sometimes. I'm saying basically, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like at the end of the day, if you was whoever in the front office, do you think it's worth the risk to hold on to him and try again on another day?
Well, this is my thing. Let me invert real quick because
Mhm.
I think we also forget about who else careers are in jeopardy if you continue to let him
Exactly.
play. Because we
Yeah,
forget that
yeah.
we got Tepper in camp, right?
Incentives.
Right. We also we forget about the guy, like you said, incentives that need to be Man, they have kids and they have families and things of that nature. They have contracts with other companies out here because of their production. And just like Josie Jewell said, this is a produce league. You have to produce. So if he's not giving those guys the opportunity, then selfish as me, I want him to play every freaking game. And really, I didn't want Andy Dalton to come into Kansas City because I wanted the world to see how Andy Dalton could play against the champions and execute this offense on the biggest stage. That's what I wanted. I wanted Andy Dalton to come in and play one game. Right now, I do believe it was too early, but for Canales' job's sake, he did the right thing. He pulled the plug. So
You
it's either or because other people, Bryce. I'm not saying Bryce was the only person that helped the situation go downhill last year. It was a lot of
hmm
people got fired last year.
hmm
You can't
But you
have
think
that
about
this
this
year.
though. I'm with you on that because I was of the mindset. I was like, you know what? Let me see the first 6 to 8 games of this year to get a full picture of what we may or may not be dealing with. But when you look at him, like I was just saying about the confidence, like once your confidence is shot, you can't get that back the following week. It just don't happen like that.
But Tony,
Yo, yo,
Tony, Tony,
yo,
Tony, Tony, Tony. The man came in with his own therapy, bro.
yeah, I understand that.
Dang. If he ain't got the confidence, that's on him.
Well, I'm not saying who is on. It very well could be. I'm just saying what it looks like right now. His confidence looks shot. So whether it takes a week, a month, or a year, I think he needs to sit until he can get that confidence back. And in the meantime, while he's sitting, trying to work through the mental aspect of the game, he needs to be working on his footwork. He needs to be learning the playbook. He needs to be soaking up as much knowledge that he possibly can from Andy Dalton. That's what I'm saying. If they choose to stay the course with Bryce and ride out the rookie contract with him, but that confidence, that mental aspect of the game, that's a huge obstacle to overcome. Especially when you may feel like don't nobody else got faith in you. Like don't nobody else in that locker room right now, quiet as kept behind closed doors. They ain't got no confidence in Bryce.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
Yeah.
Canales regrassed the locker room before it was lost. Because if you watch that Robert Hunt interview, which to me he's the best interviewer so far, because he's so funny. That's a man that came from a 13 winning team. You know, get paid good money, but he didn't come over here to just get dog walked every freaking week. And he's telling y'all
Yeah.
it's Bryce, but he's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I
I'm gonna
don't
tell you
know.
something too, man. Bro, I like listening. I like listening to the youth too, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Bryce Young got a lot of fans that's in his generation, and JJ, you know what I'm saying, he used to take up for Bryce Young somewhat. But when his own generation is out here saying, "Get Bryce out of here," and he's sorry as fuck, you know what I'm saying? Then that's a whole nother turn. I mean, we football, we're some older guys, you know what I'm saying? We love football, and I feel like we know the X's and O's better. But for whatever reason that Bryce's own generation likes him, like a lot of the dudes that stood tall with him, like they jumping ship now. And some are actually coming on shows saying, "Damn man, I'm sorry, bro." Like Pop was on here the other day, and we had what was it? Chuck. Chuck came on here like, "Man, bro, like I argue with y'all week after week after week, and then this dude did this to me," and I was just like, like y'all, he ain't do it to y'all. But I mean, y'all kind of did it to each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I'm
nobody
gonna
wanted to be right on this shit, man. No, look, nobody, not no real fan. We didn't want to be right about Bryce Young sucking. But when you really assess the shit, man, it was only two ways to go. You was either going fanboy, and sometimes that's not always a bad thing, or you was like, man, I see red flags, bro, and I
let me
saw red flags.
let me ask y'all
A lot of
this.
fans, a lot of
All the,
fans.
Go ahead, JP.
go ahead, JP.
I was just gonna say a lot of fans too got to learn to separate Bryce the person from Bryce the quarterback.
Right.
You can like Bryce the person. He's a nice kid. But Bryce the quarterback, totally different story.
Worse than Jimmy Clausen.
Let me ask y'all this: Cam Newton,
Damn,
Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Bryce Young. Out of those guys, which one of those showed y'all confidence in themselves? Not in they play yet. I'm talking about just their personality showed you confidence.
Cam Newton.
I seen confidence in Cam. I seen confidence in Baker, even though he didn't show it. He didn't perform well. Sam Darnold didn't show confidence. Bryce Young didn't show confidence.
I agree with him, man. And look, as much as people didn't like the way that Baker Mayfield talked, and he was the asshole, he was getting on my nerves when he was with the Browns because of all the friction that he was causing over there and shit between coaches and shit. But you got to be a kind of a confident motherfucker to act like that, though. Bryce's body language was getting worse. So, and then me and Pop, I think we talked about body language last year, bro. Like I was like, Bryce got bad body language, but now this dude up there looking like a crackhead with all this damn stretching and shit. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. Like he's searching for something to say. Well, and then I'm gonna tell you like this, Tony. When Bryce turned to, and this is no disrespect and then like that. When Bryce turned to religion, it was like he was really saying, "Look, man, like y'all get off my ass, man." You know what I'm saying? Like, when it was like, like when he started bringing God into it, and I'm like, God don't pick favorites in football, man. That's all talent. That's free will. That's free will. When he took that route, he was basically saying, "Look, man, can y'all just chill with me for a minute, bro? Like, I can't. I know he reading some of this bullshit, bro."
I want to address Clay real quick. Clay, I'm talking about before they even threw a football here. I'm talking about when they walked into the stadium, not once they got started. I'm talking about when you first seen them. They first got here. I didn't see Sam Darnold with confidence, even when he was talking on the podium when he first got here. Baker Mayfield showed confidence when he got up here. Bryce, to me, didn't sound confident when he got here. Cam, when he first got here, sound confident. I don't mean as far as performance and what they did later on. I mean, when they walked in the door, you seen, oh, yeah, that's a confident man right there. You're confident in him, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then look, shit, we got Sam Darnold out here throwing motherfucking bombs. All our ex-quarterbacks out here looking all right, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them. I don't want them. I don't want them back, but they looking all right.
They said I was crazy for wanting to re-sign Darnold and stick with Wills. They said I was crazy.
Look, man, the other half. The other half of two fans in the stand has arrived. He's in makeup. He's walking towards the stage now, man. Y'all give it up for my man CJ. CJ is in the
Because I was fine.
What up, CJ?
Don't you ever introduce me as going through makeup. What up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's good, bro? How y'all holding up, man? Y'all feel all right?
Man,
y'all holding?
Hey, I would have been on here a little earlier, but I was walking some people around.
No, you good, bro. You breaking up a little bit, though.
Breaking up
yeah, your audio going in and out, CJ.
I'm sorry. Y'all hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I'm still on the building Wi-Fi. No, I said I was trying to get in here earlier, but I was walking some people around my building, and I couldn't get away from them until just now. But what's going on, y'all?
We good, man. Just I ain't gonna lie to you. When they bench Bryce Young, I said somebody gonna have to call and check on two fans in the stand, bro. Yeah, I think they in the motherfucking station wagon trying to book.
But why y'all say that? Why y'all say that? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you just like I told you last night.
You're right. I'm saying it as a joke.
Go ahead.
But you know the perception with y'all was that y'all was glazing Bryce Young. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear that. I went on record saying I didn't really hear that like that because even you gotta go even back when we did that that round table. You guys both said that if Bryce Young start fucking up, then we're gonna be out on his ass.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though, Twan.
I refer to y'all as two Bryce and stats.
Well, you have a lot of people that you have a lot of people that conflates opinions with truth or fact. Like, opinion is just that; it's neither right nor wrong. It's just an opinion, and it's like it's if you don't agree with their opinion, then your opinion is wrong. And I don't subscribe to that. CJ don't subscribe to that. So we've always said from day one is it's on tape. Pull it up, whatever. We both wanted CJ Stroud coming out of the draft, and we stood on that. But we also said whichever quarterback we got, that's who we're gonna rock with. Carolina selected Bryce, so that's who we rock with, and that's it. Ain't nobody, neither one of us has ever said to anybody that it was everybody else's fault except Bryce. No, we said that it wasn't just Bryce's fault all by himself. That's the only thing we ever said. But you got some people that feel like because we don't agree exactly with what they take, because they just didn't like it from the beginning. Well, that's not our position. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't like them from the beginning, that's you. We ain't never said that. You know what I'm saying? So all this make believe, whatever. I mean, they can have it.
Let it be known.
CJ. Only CJ said with me. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong.
Hell no. No. Hey, no. I had an opinion. I had an opinion. and it didn't turn out to no, because I see a lot of people out here, they apologizing, this, that, and the third. Nah, bro. Hey, let me tell you, I love this whole podcast thing. I'm gonna give y'all my opinion, but one thing I'm not gonna do is be like, hey, I'm right. Y'all need to listen to me because I'm right and everybody else is right.
Facts.
No, I'm
Facts.
just giving y'all my opinion. Y'all take it how y'all want to. Y'all can come back and discuss it with us. Because that's the thing. We invite everybody over there to come and talk with us. You know, Pop said, we tried to get Pop on last night, but him and Goat was having some audio issues. We'll take anybody that want to come over there and talk to us. You know, we don't shy away from nobody. But it's just that, and Pop, tell Q I said this. I gotta blame him a little bit for that whole two Bryce in the stand stuff. Because ever since he said that, ever since he called us that, look, it's been a wrap, man. But like I said, and any y'all know Twan though. If y'all want to come over to the channel and we dropping the link, come in and talk. That's the whole thing. Yeah. Because I say it like this, and I say it like this. Now, if Twan has a certain way he feels about somebody, that's like me coming to his channel. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, if it turns out that say I was right and Twan ended up being wrong, I think the thing that's happening now is everybody's looking for these, apology tours.
Everybody want to be right.
Yeah,
it's like everybody. I told you last night. I said, "What you want me to do? Send you $5? Would that make you feel better?" Of course, Q said, "Yes, I greatly appreciate it." I feel like everybody got their.
I agree with you.
No, I was gonna say, I feel like everybody can change change their mind. And I said this before too. I said this on last live. I was like, look, I gave not last night, but last week preview. I said I'm gonna give Bryce till about halftime, and the Panthers in general, to show me something. Well, I was gonna be on the A&N Express. I had me a ticket made and everything. And when I say that, I meant the whole team in general. But what they did with Bryce Young, what he put out on the field, we can't argue that. What Andy Reid say, film don't lie. What people say, numbers don't lie. That tape and them numbers did not lie. Did not lie. So why am I gonna get on here and be like, I want the man to succeed. I said, like I said last night, I'm a fan of the black quarterback. I want all our black quarterbacks to succeed, and that's no diss on any other quarterback. But that's a black man. I'm a fan of the black quarterback.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? But it's just like any other business. If I get out here in my job, and that's what I'm saying, if I'm on here talking to y'all and I ain't doing what I'm supposed to be doing at work, That's why I called in when I did. When I got free, I called in because I got something I got to do. And if I don't do it, then I ain't gonna have no job. And it ain't no different with them. It's just they get paid way more than I do.
That's respect, CJ.
So,
I mean, you for your job. That's respect, bro.
Yeah, I think, and I respect your opinion. I respect everybody's opinion. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna harp on you, too crazy or nothing like
no
that.
problem.
I'm a joke with you, and what I'm saying, pull your strings a little bit. But other than that, I think one thing that's so great about y'all show, I think one of y'all was like more headstrong with Bryce than the other, which is great. You know what I'm saying? Conversation. Because it was like, okay, one person got 1 foot in, and the other one's like, look, I'm gonna commit to him because he's on our team. But our stance kind of like whether some of us are more open than the other on Black Cat. I think the mantra over there is like, if you say you don't like mud pie, then stick with it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna force me to keep saying like a
Facts.
mud
Yeah.
pie just because you're selling it in my store.
Right.
That's how we be like,
Right.
nah, I'm not about to just convey to this is what y'all give me. I ain't eating that shit. So we just be like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm not eating. Well,
Mhm.
but it got a Carolina label on it. No, I don't care. I don't like it. I'm not gonna eat it.
Yeah. I feel you.
So
Well,
Hey, but
other
one
people have kind of conveyed to like, well, they got it in the store. I guess we should support it. And we like,
Well, that's the same thing that me and CJ saying is like, okay, you feel how you feel, we feel how we feel, but just just because we don't want to eat the pie that you made, that don't make us wrong. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Same thing.
I'll be. Like I said, I don't harp
Same
on
thing.
hey,
y'all, but
but
I'm everybody open to their opinion.
Let me say something real quick before you go, Bob. At the end of the day, man, guess what we all have in common? We're all losing together.
that
Yes,
part,
we are.
that whole part.
That part.
I don't give a fuck if you won an argument or lost the argument, or you said Bryce this or you said Bryce that. Guess what? We all pull for the Panthers, and we're all losing together.
Facts. Big
We're
facts.
the worst team. We're the worst team in sports. I can't even say fucking. I wish I could say football. We're the worst team in sports.
In
This
sports,
the
period.
Carolina
I
Panthers
don't know.
really.
The Chicago White Sox might have us beat.
Nah,
That might be
not
50-50.
us.
Nah, not us.
Not us.
Quan did the research. Nah, we the worst.
Trust me. We
Them
But
dudes
dirt
lost like
last.
24 games in a row, right?
Dirt last. Under David Tepper, dirt last.
yeah, I ain't gonna
They're
lie.
yeah.
The Carolina Panthers, and even if we lost all the games, I was really waiting to this next draft where my fandom was about to go. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'll be straight up. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. CJ and Tony, let me tell you something I told people on the show the other day, man. I said if you've only been invested in the Carolina Panthers for 5 or less years, and I hated to say it, man. I said you should probably start looking for another team, bro. I hated to say that shit. If you want to enjoy winning some ball games and getting your money's worth out of your ticket when you spend money on a ticket and these high-ass hot dogs and beers and shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you should probably pick another team before it's too late. I can't go nowhere. I've been with this team since 9-5.
Yeah,
Well,
me
we can go
too.
anywhere now.
Think about
93.
this.
93 to be exact.
And Tony, think
Yeah.
about it, right? You all the way in Dubai. JSU all the way in Cali, or where he is from Cali. Imagine you got to pay for those tickets, fly, and then come to the stadium that got the highest food, the highest ticket prices, and you come to watch a losing team. Something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah.
but I will say this though, I would rather get up at 10 o'clock in the morning and watch this crap and have the rest of my day than wait the middle of my day.
Mm.
Yeah, but see, that's what you're subdued to do. Because you ain't have no choice. There's
Mm.
nothing. The
Yeah.
product on the field, they're pushing. They literally are pushing their real fans away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Red Swamp, I
And
agree
I
with you.
wasn't
I'm not
saying
gonna
that
go
as no
visit.
sticking point.
Hey, shout out to Red Swan, man. The homie over there. He said, look, with the $1.99 super chat, he said, don't put that evil on me. My team won last night.
Hey, Twan,
And he said,
can I say this?
absolutely, sir. Everybody has a voice over here.
Hey, Red Swarm is affectionately not known as Red Swarm anymore. He has been dubbed Blue Claw. He is a Panther fan. He is on every Panthers channel. We shall not call him Red Swarm anymore. He is officially Blue Claw.
Oh, I like that. I like
They trying to
that.
make Red jump in there.
He gonna come in here after that shit. He running to a phone right now.
Yeah, yeah. Wait a minute.
Oh man. Deshaun86 said, I like to talk about football, but I'm a Ravens fan, man. Hey, bro, good for you, bro. I mean, you know, life is much better for you.
Well, I mean, they
enjoy.
down and out with us right
Well,
now,
the
record-wise.
Ravens 0-2. The Ravens 0-2.
I mean, we know they'll bounce back from that shit, though.
Yeah.
We ain't bouncing back from shit.
AC is back on
You
So
know?
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Twan. You
Go
guys
ahead, go,
probably
sir.
already talk about this and covered it. So what do you think? What do you think the plan is with Andy Dalton? Do you think do you think Andy Dalton should be starting the rest of the season and be a bridge to possibly handing the reins back over to Bryce Young, or being a bridge to they draft another quarterback?
I'm gonna address that question to everybody. My short answer is this: I wouldn't let Bryce play no more, because if they want to try to move him, if that's their thing, if they want to try to move him, then I don't want to risk him getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't think his play is going to help us move on from him, because nobody's going to want him or want to give us anything for him. I think leave him out, let him just be healthy, and then you may be able to get something that's decent for him if that's the decision that they want to go in. If they're not trying to get rid of him, then you're gonna have to put him back in at some points, which I really do think that they are. Because the thing is, if Andy Dalton, and we're not talking about that yet, it ain't no plus that Andy Dalton is gonna go out there and look any better. We're just saying that he is, based off one game from last year. But if he don't look good, then you're gonna have to put that $1 million dude back out there, or just ride Andy Dalton out, or put the third string quarterback in. Either way, we're in a shitty situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we got to try to get something for Bryce, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then next year, as far as Canales, are you going to try to go with a seasoned quarterback, or because there's a lot of great quarterbacks on teams sitting behind starters, or do you want to go in college and start fresh with a new guy? But are you going to do the same thing with him that you just did with Bryce and throw him in the fire early? I like Ward. You know what I'm saying? Out of Miami. I like your boy out of Texas. But I don't think they should come here and start. Don't do the same thing to them that you did that we just did to Bryce.
Hey,
No, I
Yeah,
feel you
it'll
on that.
depend. It'll depend on their game plan from here on out. If Canales is actually truly trying to win games, he's probably not going back to Bryce no time the rest of this year. He's gonna
Right.
stick with ride it out. But if their intent is to truly build this team and build this franchise, I think they might go into the draft next year and pick them a quarterback, and with the plans on sitting him his first couple of years.
That'll be dope. And I think that also will buy. I think they will buy Canales some time too. I want my guy to get acclimated to the league, man. Y'all just saw what we did with Bryce Young. Y'all don't want to do that again, do you? Because they're gonna have to convince Big Head of that.
Yeah, you also got to take into consideration. You also got to take into consideration what AC is saying in the chat too. Might want to look out for those quarterbacks that she is named when it comes to the Panthers next year.
Yeah. A couple
They're
situations to
trying
watch
to.
out for in upcoming months, upcoming seasons is Justin Fields. Shit, hell, I mean Pittsburgh might keep him. Hendon Hooker, who I do like, Joe Milton, who I do like, Mac Jones, fuck that. I don't want him. Tyler Huntley, yeah, I would definitely take a chance on him too. And if Geno is available, shit, hell yeah.
So I'm gonna do the process of elimination. You can say no to Geno. You can say no to Justin Fields. And the
Yeah,
reason
Seattle
why I'm
ain't gonna let
saying
Geno go over.
reason why I'm saying those things is because of our salary cap. We don't have the money to afford any of those guys. Probably not even a Mac Jones, to be honest with you. So you probably want to get somebody who is still under a rookie contract, that you can sit, because what I would do, I'm not keeping Andy Dalton in there. I would use Andy Dalton for 2 games the most, just to show you that for Canales that he can call offensive plays and they can be executed if the quarterback is the right quarterback. Then I would sign Andy Dalton to another year to let him be the bridge quarterback for whoever one of you guys are coming in that we're going to pick. So they're either going to draft the quarterback that Canales wants, or they're going to pick from the litter who he thinks can run his offense. And then you can sit there and take the process where they can sit and learn underneath Andy Dalton, who knows the system, and then drop him in. That would be the only way, because you can't spend a whole bunch of money because they're not going to go on free. They're not going to the free agent like that. They're not. They already said it. They spent all their money they did this year. Is either we're going to draft them, and they'll probably get one person from free agent, but it's going to have to be somebody low. You're not going to pay, Joe Milton a lot of money. He's not. He's a 6th round pick, so he could sit back. He can develop this year. He could sit back for 6 games or so this upcoming year, and then drop him in.
Ain't it funny though that we was in the same situation 2 years ago? With Steve Wilkes, because JP, if I ain't mistaken, I heard you say earlier, you keep Wilkes, you Sam Darnold, as a bridge quarterback, or see what we get for that next year, and then we wouldn't be in a lot of this funk that we in now.
David Tepper fucked that shit over twice too, man. David Tepper just needs to sit his ass down, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's no way nobody in their mind after what Wilkes did to that team and the way he rejuvenated that team would not let that man start as a
But is he not doing that this year? You ain't seen him. You ain't heard from him. You ain't seen him at the games. He looked like he been chilling in his blimp.
No, I'm saying, I'm talking, but with that Wilkes shit, you should have man, look. Anytime you see a team a coach that can salvage all these players, and all those players went on record, they went in front of the mics, man, we want Wilkes back. We want Wilkes back. The players told him we want him back.
That's true.
That's true. He
said no.
Who got replaced by just Saturday?
And I also heard people capping for Matt Rule too. But
go ahead, CJ, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Pop, but can you 100%, put money on, that Tepper ain't behind the scenes, still doing the same bull, but just doing it silently.
Exactly.
This is what I can say. I know that he's informed on all the decisions that they're making. Y'all got to understand, this was his choice. He doesn't want to look bad, but at the same time, he is being looked bad because of his choice. So the more that he gets his name out of it, the less it looks like it's on him. You seen Canales said this was my decision. I had this decision after I watched the tape. I went to Dan Morgan and the other guy, and we decided that they probably Brant Tillers, then they collectively probably pushed across the table and say, hey, this is what we need to see, because we don't know who we can extend or pay if he's not throwing the ball downfield. We might just need to give him a little more time, you know what I'm saying, to chill on the bench. But you have to put Bryce back out there because of how much you have already spent to get him here.
That's true.
And
that is true.
And even though his value is down, you still want to be able to shop him off. Right now, you have nothing to shop him off. But what if he comes back and shows you a little bit more, even though we're losing? You still now you add a little bit to his plate. It may be crumbs, but a little bit more, and then you can shop him off.
Because right now, this is the break that everybody feels like he should have got at the start last year.
Sorry, what was the question?
What'd you say, CJ?
Oh no, I said, do you think this is the, not really retribution, but the period there? A lot of people like bring him in, let him sit and learn. Okay, do you think this is Canales saying, okay, you didn't get that? These results are clearly showing you didn't get that, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you sit now. Because I don't think they're gonna bring him back, play him this year.
How can he learn when his head coach is getting fired?
He has to play again. He has to. He has to play. I know he's not Canales.
Bringing Bryce Young back, and that's playing games, though, man. I'm telling you that they don't want to get into this games, bro. Because if he comes out and looks decent, then I'm not talking. I'm talking about real Bryce sexuals. Then they're gonna want that motherfucker to stay.
This is the thing. It don't matter what they say. They're using the red rifle as a pawn right now. He is only being used to show that Canales knows how to make play calls, and these guys are getting open. That's it. That's what they're using it for.
So you
That's
so Pop,
it's not for anything else.
you don't believe Canales when he says that right now Andy Dalton give us the best chance to win. When
Yes.
after he went back and looked at tape, and he formulated, put all his evidence or whatever in front of him, and him and Dan Morgan and those guys, they sat down and they came to a conclusion and say who gives us the best chance to win right now, because at the end of the day it's all about winning. It's all
Right.
about winning in the National Football League.
Hey,
So
Tony, let me say something about that first, Pop, and then you can go. Hey, listen, I thought Canales, when he said, based on what Tony just said, I thought when he came out yesterday and said that we look and blah blah blah, and we think your boy is giving us the best chance to win. I thought he was lying a little bit in that statement. I thought it was a half lie because if I ask all of you guys, didn't he already know that before the season started? He didn't need to see them 2 games
No,
because
he
he wouldn't
didn't know
even
that.
put them. He didn't, huh?
no, I
He
can't. We
didn't
can't say
know.
that, Tom, because the one thing that we always say, and you know this as being a
He wasn't
former
putting that man
Bronx
out in the
fan,
preseason games for a
you
reason,
don't
bro.
you don't know truly what you have until the bullets start flying, live bullets.
I
I'm not
got
talking
you,
about preseason. I'm not talking about joint practice. Because a prime example, Caleb Williams looked like a freaking star in the preseason. But what do he look like right now?
got you.
You don't
But
know
then
what you don't know what you got until them live bullets start flying.
I got you. But didn't Canales tell us on that podium? He said Bryce didn't look good today, more than once. He
Yeah,
never sounded sold on the guy before the season started.
he said that, but it wasn't like it killed his full confidence of what Bryce could possibly do. Not only that, he was trying to
Right.
manage the team because we had a lot of injuries. That was his main reason why he didn't throw him out there, because O-line was hurt, Lewis was hurt here and there, Robert
Facts,
Hunt was
Pop. I
having
said that.
problems here
I
and there.
said
So
that.
he wanted to make sure that we was at full power before he put him out there for a real game day. Now I didn't necessarily like that, because to me that means we don't have adversity at the O-line if you're doing it that way. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like,
See
nah,
that's what
nobody.
me and CJ differed at, because I was like, if you just have a quarterback that just got his head tore off the year before, 62 sacks, got beat up, because there ain't no telling how many other hits he had besides the sacks, and you got the opportunity, you come in and you say, okay, I'm gonna build this scheme around this quarterback. So in order for me to properly evaluate this quarterback, I need to have his full first string offensive line in front of him. And if I'm not mistaken, throughout training camp, there was no consistency. They didn't have the ability to establish no kind of cohesion on the offensive line, because Damian Lewis was out a lot. Taylor Moton was taking vet days every other day. So I was just thinking, and this is my opinion, if you're going to put him out there, I wouldn't have put him out there until I got him behind his full stable of first string offensive lineman, because granted, Chandler Zavala played better this preseason than what he did last year. So kudos to Chandler Zavala for that, for holding down the left guard position when he got in the game. But I didn't have no problem with them holding Bryce out until they knew that they had the whole first team offensive line there to protect them. Now that was just my opinion. CJ felt different, and so did a lot of other people. They felt like, well, no, you got a new offensive coordinator, got a new playbook, got a new scheme. You need an opportunity to go out there and learn. So I can see that too. Like, two things can be true at the same time. I just felt like, until you got the offensive line in front of you that you pay all this money for, if you want to properly evaluate your quarterback, then that's what you need to see. That's just my opinion.
But the only person that we found out at the end of the day was trash was Bryce,
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah.
not the line,
But
not
I'm
the
saying
line. The
you
whole line
you wouldn't
is
have known that You wouldn't have known that or found that out until you got the full offensive line in front of
No,
him.
I agree with you with
Like,
that part. You know what I'm saying?
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I said like right now, we can't say it's everything else around you. No, Bryce, this on you. Those 2 sacks that he took against San Diego, those were his sacks. No offensive lineman should be credited
Dude ran
for
right
that.
into one
He
of them.
brought those sacks. Yeah, he brought those sacks on himself. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line, even Icky. I mean, God forbid, we sit here and get ready to praise Icky and say Icky has been
Shut up,
playing
Tony.
a lot better. Okay, all right.
I do got one last subject that I want to hit, and that's this. I gotta ask the hard question. And we gotta talk to it. Look, man, did Dave Canales do the offense any favors with his play calling on Sunday?
I thought the play calling was fine.
That's not
I
a hard
didn't.
question.
I didn't.
I think
I think
he should have ran more. But once again, we got behind the 8 ball, and
yes,
hey, what can you do?
yes.
No.
I don't know. I mean, the defense is not able to
If
stop anybody at the moment. So, but I really think
if
we
I
should
had
have ran more.
if I had to grade it, I would give him a C minus on the play calling for Sunday
Okay. Why are you giving a C
I,
minus?
I, I,
because he didn't stick with the run like you said. There
Mm-hmm.
was no attempts downfield. Even me and CJ was having this conversation last night, and I was telling CJ, I was like, even if you didn't even complete the ball, you still need to back those safeties up off the line of scrimmage. Those safeties were playing 10 yards or less to the line of scrimmage because they didn't trust or didn't respect us to throw anything past 10 yards. Like Next Gen Stats had a thing that showed Bryce longest attempt was 12 yards. Like, take the top off. You know what I'm saying? Throw it deep 2 or 3 times, whatever. Just so they will respect the fact that you would attempt it. Not whether you will complete the pass or not, but just that you attempted a long ball. You know what I'm saying?
I got a hell of a
And
statement for y'all.
yeah,
Tony,
I just
you gonna like this one.
I don't think that Dave Canales with his play calling did them any favors, and it gave me flashbacks of last year when you just had these corners sitting on routes. Like these
Mm-hmm.
corners did not respect these receivers or trust that these receivers would go deep on them. All they were doing was sitting on the routes all year long. That's what it looked like Sunday.
Yeah, because he lost confidence in
Let me,
Bryce. But let me
let me
ask you
ask
this:
y'all this.
from what I'm thinking, I think is it fair to say that we look better as a pass O line than a running O line? That's what it look like to me.
yes, that's absolutely true. Because
What's
the
that?
running
What was
part
that?
of the O line ain't it.
Say again.
I
Wait, what
mean,
you just said, CJ? Hold on.
No, oh no, I'm sorry. I said
I
I
said
agree with him.
the O line looks better as a passing O line than a running O line.
Facts.
that might be
Thought you
true, but
look good either way.
they still doing good in the run game too, though.
Yeah,
We just
yeah.
haven't stuck with it.
Chuba
We
Hubbard
just
got
haven't
look,
stuck with
man.
it.
Chuba Hubbard got off.
No,
Are we
I'm
really
I
not
though?
mean,
saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying we look better passing than we do
Man,
running.
fuck
Like
Chuba.
Hey Claire, how many yards did Chuba have, bro? That's it.
Don't nobody care, Thon.
That's an issue hating ass, bro.
Fuck Chuba.
Let me
Fucking
but what what
ask y'all this.
what what tripped, what tripped me out is when they
Scott,
start the
are you
game.
guys
When they start the game, how many carries did he have, Claire? What tripped me out is when they start the game off and the first play of the game, Chuba 4 yards. Second play, Chuba 4 yards. Now we got third and
throw
2
it.
and we pass.
And then they gonna pass it. I'm like, he could have got a first down by himself.
Exactly. Exactly. Because when he was getting the ball, when he was running the rock yesterday, he was getting at least 4 yards per carry.
A
That's
truck.
a winning formula.
10
That's a winning
carries, bro.
formula.
That's
I
6
think it was
yards a
six
Yeah.
carry.
point. I think it was 6.2 a clip. I think that's what they said it was at first.
That is, she just put it at 10 carries for 64 yards. That's 6 yards. Look, man, this man,
Yeah.
On 2 plays, he averaged in the first down. They got. That's why I was like, I felt like he was that Canales was getting away from that run too much, bro. I mean, you can't run Chuba all day. You can't run him all day because you risk. They'll know that you're gonna just keep running the ball, and they try to mix in your boy Sanders in a little bit. But I mean, y'all are right too because it still comes back. Like you have to eventually use Bryce's arm, even on a short throw.
One thing you guys got to take into consideration is last year when Canales was in Tampa, his passing attack was better than running attack.
Okay.
And the first half of the season, but you gotta look at he got two wide receiver ones. He had two wide receiver ones in Tampa. Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, those are wide receiver ones on any team. On any team. So they best skill position, their best talent and skill position were their wide receivers last year.
See, and somebody brought this up on Black Cat yesterday. Do you think that Canales was smart enough that he kind of sabotaged Bryce?
Man, don't make me start thinking like that because I would think like.
Because you can't go third down and 2 yards and you can't make a pass.
I was considering that shit.
What you say, Pop? I ain't hear you.
Hey, CJ, I sent it to you. I sent it to you. What's that?
Oh, bro, it did kind of seem like that in it. Like
it kind of.
I'm gonna I'm gonna force this shit.
Maybe Canales might have sabotaged Bryce. Said, "Hey, if you can't make these throws, then 3rd and 2, you can't make this pass at 32. Then we're gonna just dink and dunk. Then that's all you can do, and we're gonna show the film that everybody else is open. It was you that couldn't make it, and you just dinked and dunked. Did we sabotage you? That's why I think he got away from the run game too. I don't know.
Twan,
it's a lot.
Yes, sir.
Oh no,
I have a question because I wonder.
I'm gonna come to you.
I wonder if anybody noticed this on the play with Bryce threw that first interception in the first game on the very first play, where it looks like Deontay Johnson and Adam Thielen were close to each other, right over the middle.
Mm-hmm.
That same play, Bryce threw his first interception yesterday. Now, I'm not a football guru or nothing like that, but I know schematically when you scheming up plays, you don't scheme up where the wide receivers are that close together unless you're running a mesh concept when they are both when you got the slot receiver and the Z receiver running the crisscross across the middle of the field. You know, a shallow cross, something like that. But other than that, I've never seen a play where you should be stretching where the receiver should be stretching on the play instead of coming close together. I didn't understand that, but it like the same play on 2 of those 3 interceptions that Bryce has
the
thrown
same play,
this year.
Tony.
I know what play Tony talking about. That's a high-low play where one is supposed to be meshing exactly with the receiver down bottom. One of those plays is supposed to be open, and on both times when Bryce threw an interception, Johnson was an open receiver, but he just didn't hit it. It's called a high-low.
It looked like to me. I slowed it down, and when I paused it, I saw 3 defenders over 2 wide receivers. And they ain't supposed to be like that. Because even if you flood in the zone, even if you run the high-low concept is to flood the zone when teams are running zone. So that's putting three offensive players in a zone where there's 2 defenders, and you making the outside defender to choose whether he going to come up on the low or he going to dip on the high, and you base your decision on what he act like he going to do.
Well, I mean, on that particular play, go ahead, JP.
No, I was just trying to get what understand what Tony is saying. So, Tony, you saying that you didn't like the concept?
It's CJ. No, it's Tony.
Play? Yeah, that's Tony.
No, go ahead, JP.
No, I was just saying because I'm trying to get what you're saying. You're saying that you didn't like the concept of the play.
No, I because I didn't understand like on that very first play in the first game when you if y'all look at it, you know what I'm saying, it looks like Deontay Johnson and Adam Thielen kind of slowed down because they both was, to me, this is just my opinion. There was like somebody ran the wrong route because you shouldn't have two wide receivers that close together. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Bryce threw it to a spot, and I don't know which one of them was supposed to be in that spot. But when they came close to one of them making the catch, it looked like both of them had kind of like slowed down because they didn't know who the ball was for. And that's
Let
the
me
same thing they did, same thing on the same play they did again over the middle against the Chargers. That same thing happened where both of those receivers were close together. And when you freeze it, if you freeze it right where the ball enters the play, there were always three defenders. There was two corners and a safety over the top. That's 3-on-2. They ain't supposed to be like that.
So let me tell you what. Let me tell you when two wide receivers cross paths like that, it's usually a pick play. You know, you can't actually pick a player because that's illegal. But to run them in
But
the
not that
same
far.
section,
But not that far down. Not that far down. Not
that's what
that
I'm
far
saying.
downfield
But
for
not that
him.
far down the field. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's some called an X route, and that says why because receivers will cross
Yeah,
patterns like that on an X route. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah. On the scissors. Yeah,
Bryce can't throw a ball in the middle of the X though. He got to make up his mind when they break out of that. See, what I think is going on with Bryce, and Poppin can tell you this
exactly.
too, bro. Well, Poppin can tell you this too. Bryce don't go through no progressions this year. He is making up his mind when he
Yeah,
comes on exactly who he's going to throw that ball to.
he got 30 eyes, bro.
Which makes me feel like he really don't even know where his receivers is supposed to be.
He's seeing ghosts.
His very first
I've been
interception.
mentioned that a couple times last year about Bryce having
Yeah,
30 eyes.
But
I
did
don't.
we not say he got to get the ball out quicker?
I just don't think that he really knows where his receivers are supposed to be sometimes, bro. He's saying, look, I called the play, and if he looks over, he's like, I'm gonna throw it to Poppin no matter what. I don't care who else is open. I'm gonna force that shit to him if I got to.
Who said he needed to throw it a little
Mm.
bit faster? Who said that?
They
That
asked
was me. I said
Dusty.
I
Yeah,
said last year. I said when we all said he need to get rid of the ball faster.
I mean, he do that
Yep.
with
yeah,
his receivers taking 3 steps. He do that already. So that's not gonna help.
He has dirty eyes, guys, and
he does.
that's just
No, I'm
that's
not
just that's
disagreeing.
just that's he has dirty eyes, and last year at least he was throwing the ball away. I mean, I literally think he played better last year than he is right now. But this is my thing.
Yeah.
He definitely staring down his receiver. If he wants to throw it to Deontay, he already has his mind. When he calls the play or the play comes in, he's like, I'm going to Deontay. But that's your first read. If he's open, hit him. But if he's not open or the pressure is coming on you, you had Chuba to the flats, wide open with nothing but grass and ass. Dump it off to him.
Grass and
Number
ass.
what?
Grass and
Just
ass.
saying.
I like that.
He said
That was
grass and
good, Bob.
ass.
I saw that. I saw that play develop. I said, "Pop, man, we got to go back." I said, "Pop." I even froze it, and we been looked at it together. I said, "Pop, look at Chuba." I said, "Now look what's in front of Chuba." The motherfucker was wide open, but Bryce decided
Yeah.
that I'm gonna force this ball rather than to look around and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't this and I think all of y'all agree with me in terms of Canales. I don't think Canales helps that boy out with drop downs, bro. Because Bryce don't seem to hardly ever have a drop down or they send a running back out into the flats or something or
Yeah,
whatever.
check down.
Yeah, drop downs, check downs. Because you remember when he did catch Tuba on that check down, Tuba took off with that shit, bro.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
least
he did.
so that like, look, if there's nobody open, I'm gonna look for my damn running back. Bryce never looks for no damn running back because it ain't available to him.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that Canales is the best
He
play
ain't.
caller.
I'm saying
I,
that. Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I I'm not gonna say he's the best play caller, and I think even he's gonna have to take time to develop. But it's hard when you got your quarterback that's got to develop, and you're trying to develop as well as a play caller too. Now, I did see some good plays called, and then I also seen some bad play called. So I do agree with
Yep.
the C minus. But you got to if this guy is so intellectual and so far ahead with his mind, and he knows where everybody is supposed to be, you got to take the shutdown. I mean,
But that's what the media said. In Bryce's defense, he never said that shit about himself. That's what the media said.
but the media also
The media said he was better than CJ
Hold on.
Stroud. The media said he was the top thinker. The media said he was the top processor. You breaking up, Pop.
Yeah, your connection.
A quarterback whisperer. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
you good.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
You
All right.
good?
Yeah.
Damn.
You
Damn,
said something about quarterback
You
whisperer.
cut out. You cut out.
They'll be back.
Yeah, pop drop.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying, listen, I'm actually saying though, bro, listen. Canals still a new coach though, so I ain't gonna go hard on him. I'm telling you, I'm really not even going hard on Bryce because this is who he was. You know, like when we go at him with the processing and all that shit, Bryce said, I never said that about myself. Y'all did.
Yeah.
Talking about his anticipation and shit like that.
All that shit, he never said that. I mean, Bryce started. Look, man, Bryce did a lot of things wrong. I don't know who advised him on a lot of shit. Like it all started with him not participating in the combine, bro. None of that shit didn't help him.
Yeah, especially when you had such questionable physical attributes coming.
They made it seem like he sat out the combine because he was just that much better than everybody else. CJ said,
I really wanted to. I actually wanted him to avoid the combine just to see how he compares to others. But
yeah, man, like who told him to sit out? So I mean, I don't know who. Like, do we know who Bryce's people are? Like, who does he listen to outside of coaching? Like, or like his confidence other than his dad, bro?
I mean,
I
well,
like what Claire just said in the comment because that's true. I'm with you on that, Claire.
Which one?
Yeah, that one right there.
Bryce never called himself.
And Dave Canals never called himself a QB whisperer or a fixer.
Exactly.
That's media.
We take shit that the media says and we try to put it out there as truth.
I don't, Twan. The media don't know shit about the Panthers.
They're like, bro, damn, Twan, you said something. I didn't say that shit. That's what CBS said, bro. So Bryce came in, if you really look at it, Bryce came in under a lot of fucking pressure to begin with because everybody that loved him crowned him as this savior. And that motherfucker said, I never told y'all I was going to be a savior.
That's the pressure that
that's
comes
what
with being perfect.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. We got to stop using. You're saying because the media, man. So we start calling the media called the quarterback whisperer.
The quarterback whisperer, yeah.
And the media said that Bryson is, the media saying that he got the mind of Peyton Manning. We're not saying that. So you got to start listening to the media until you start seeing it with your own eyes. Use your eyes.
Exactly. I mean, look, that's why we have podcasts. So you can come in here and hear real guys talk about real sports. I don't care what sport you're covering, and you don't have to sit and listen to the damn media all damn day. The media is not always right. The media's agenda is ratings and to try to tell stories the way that they want to tell them.
The media only covering 5 teams a season.
Yeah.
They don't know shit.
The Cowboys, Frisco, who else? Every year they're gonna cover Kansas City now. It's only 5 teams they really gonna fuck with every year anyway.
Yep.
There's Boston.
It's Cowboys can go 1-16 and they'll be the top of the agenda every year.
Man, they making a Super Bowl next year.
They'll be back next year. You know. So man, that's what we're dealing with, bro. So I look, man, look, everybody can show some improvement, in my opinion, and get out here and do something better. But the one thing that we're gonna always have to deal with and be faced with is that you can bench everybody you want to bench, you can fire everybody you want to fire, to no wits end. But the motherfucker who need to be benched and fired, you can't bench him or fire him, is David Tepper.
Got this shit right.
Facts.
Can't. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well go ahead and get used to that. Hey, look, man, check this out, bro. I want to go ahead and thank my man CJ and Tony from Two Fans in the Stands. I want to thank everybody who came in this morning for this morning show, man. You know what I'm saying? Times comes in. I want to thank my man JSU, you know what I'm saying, for coming up in here. My boy, my homie, JP Shepard in the building, bro. And popping Beerly. Man, we're gonna start off with my man. We're gonna start with my man JSU and letting everybody know where y'all can find him at and where to find his content.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all don't have to look for. Y'all can just search on YouTube at JSU. Panthers fan, sadly. But make sure y'all head over there and just subscribe.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We gonna hit my man JP Shepard. Holla at him, JP.
No doubt. Shit, man, y'all can find me on Twitter, man, at KingJP82 or KingJP anywhere, basically on any social media platform. So I'm always around.
There you go. Yeah, he be in some battles with these motherfuckers over there on Twitter too, bro. Hey, JP, I be laughing from they don't want. It's just your turn, bro. Hey, let's go first, man, with my man CJ from Two Fans in the Stands.
Yo, hey, you can catch us on all social media at Two Fans in the Stand. Over on Twitch, as we like to call it, you can catch us at Two Fans ITS, and we appreciate y'all.
Dope show, man. Two Fans in the Stands over there. Go holler at them boys. They got a great show. You know what I'm saying? And look, don't just talk, man. Go over there and join the conversation with them. They ain't afraid of nobody. They'll let you in. They'll let you speak your piece, bro. I can vouch for that. Up next, Tony from Two Fans in the Stand. Holla at him, Tony.
Yeah. Same thing that CJ just said. Two Fans in the Stands on all social media platforms. On Twix, which we have dubbed Two Fans ITS. We try to go live at least twice a week. That's on Fridays and on Monday nights before Monday Night Football. So hit that subscribe button, turn those post notifications, so whenever we go live and drop new content, you'll be made aware. Yeah.
There you go, man. Hey, look, if you ain't hit that like button for the 704 Charlotte Bound Store already, please hit it right now. Share this content. You know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. Last but not least, the homie from over at the Black Cat Panther podcast. Y'all know it's my brother from another mother, popping bullets.
Yo, man, listen, if y'all like this type of content from the 704 Charlotte Bound and the Two Fans in the Stands content, and you want to tap into your real niggerdom, come on over to the Black Cat Panther podcast. We'd love to have you. And make sure y'all share, like, and subscribe, because everybody is great.
704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. We out this bitch.
Bad Guy. Aries Claire. Edge. Nick Gaskins. Welcome to the 704 Charlotte Bound Show.